Taiwan's presidential candidates are campaigning in full force for the pivotal upcoming election set to take place next month at a moment of high tensions across the Taiwan Strait. This as China ramps up military, political, and economic pressure on the democratic island that Beijing claims as its own territory. The move raises concerns about possible Chinese efforts to influence the election. Let's bring in NBC News foreign correspondent Janice Mackey-Frayer live from Taipei, Taiwan. Janice, what's the latest?
The election will be held here on January 13th, and this is in a critical phase because for the first time it will be a three-way race between the ruling DPP, the Democratic People's Party, the main opposition, the KMT or Kuomintang, and a new party, the TPP, which is looking to gain support among people who are tired of the two political mainstays. One of the primary issues facing voters is cross-strait relations. How does Taiwan go about having ties with mainland China when Beijing has been absolutely clear about its intentions? Xi Jinping even telling President Biden last month, face-to-face in San Francisco, that Taiwan will be, quote, reunified with the mainland and China will use force if necessary. Ties have deteriorated between China and Taiwan over nearly 8 years under the DPP. President Tsai Ing-wen, who is not standing for re-election again. Chinese military presence has increased around the island to the point of normalizing military activity, including Chinese jets routinely flying across the so-called median line. Beijing has even taken to calling the DPP candidate for president, William Lai, quote, a separatist and a troublemaker. I caught up with the two main opposition parties, their presidential and vice presidential candidates, to talk about Taiwan-China relations and also ties to the U.S. All three parties are looking to deepen U.S. ties as well as U.S. military support, even if that risks irritating Beijing.
当然，我们也要做谈判。那这当中是两个方向嘛，你一定要有自己有坚强的一个实力。那第二个要跟对方来做沟通、来谈判。那相对的台美关系，我上任以来一定会不断的深化。在整个
reunification is not a rush issue, but independence is dangerous to Beijing, and I don't think they can take it. If you were Xi Jinping or I were Xi Jinping, we cannot stand Taiwan going said to be independent. But reunification, well, I think they can wait. It's not so urgent.
刚才讲过，从美国的角度，它允许的台湾跟中国的交往有一个范围。同样的从中国的角度，台湾跟美国的可以运作的一个范围也有个限制。所以其实我们就在两个范围里面找到一个平衡点。所以你说你讲的没有错。 它相当困难，所以这也是作为台湾的总统最困难的工作，就是如何在中美之间取得一个平衡，那还要维持台湾的自主性。
Disinformation is also spreading here. We talked to fact-checking organizations about what they're seeing. It's not just the overt pro-Beijing messaging to sway voters away from the DPP, but also anti-U.S. messaging, including framing the possible freeze on funding for Ukraine as an example of how the U.S. could someday abandon Taiwan. It's all a reminder of how closely that Beijing is watching this election to see if there's an outcome it can tolerate. Mika?
NBC's Janice Mackey-Frayer live in Taiwan. Thank you so much. Richard Haass, your thoughts on this?
Mika, I was just in China this past week. This is obviously, look, the U.S.-Chinese relationship is the most important relationship of this era of history. This is the single most contentious issue in this. I don't think right now we're on the edge of a big crisis, much less war. The focus in Beijing is almost entirely on their economy. And they understand that a move against Taiwan at this point would be devastating for their economy. So I don't think this is a near-term crisis, though I think what Janice said is right. You're going to see more Chinese, the mainland pressure on Taiwan. But the real challenge for this country, for Taiwan, for China, is whether we can continue to manage or finesse this. Ever since Nixon and Kissinger went to China in the early 70s, we've essentially learned how to disagree, how to manage this. And the question is whether we can continue to do this. None of the candidates in Taiwan is talking about independence. That would trigger a war. Again, I don't think the mainland's about to invade. But this is just, at best, it's an irritant. At worst, you could have incidents there that could then escalate. So this is just part of the backdrop of U.S.-Chinese relations. But for the moment, at least, and for the I think foreseeable future, it's on the back burner. But at some point, it's possible it won't, either because the mainland will be looking, get impatient, or because Taiwan could do something reckless, or there might be doubts about U.S. willingness or ability to come to Taiwan's support. So this is very much in play. But for the next year or so, 2 years, I don't think this is a major crisis.